Hello, 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 beautiful people and wonderful minds. Welcome to my channel. My name is Yogesh Dhruv, and I'm a mindfulness coach. Um, so, you know, I welcome everyone and invite everyone here on my channel, and I share some valuable um, techniques in all my videos. So hope you like it. Just to give you a little, you know, information that if you like my channel, then please subscribe, to my channel so that you can get, latest videos and any updates. So please remember that you subscribe to my channel. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And I'm really excited today because today's topic is very interesting one. So it says how I handled massive changes in my retirement life. So how I handled massive changes in my retirement life. So I'm going to share some of my life experiences here and also give you some techniques and tricks and practices which you can do the same way as I got lots of benefits out of it. So the first one, let me tell you, when I moved, so I'm originally from India and I moved to US with my family in early 2003, when I was in 40s. I was 40 plus year old, and I was very settled in India. I had my business, my family, and we had manufacturing plants, and I was managing all that. And we had a very good staff and all the people, lots of friends and family members, everybody there. So it was so difficult from moving from India, staying there for 40 plus years, where you have, like, you lived there, done your schooling. I did my engineering and then started, join my family business. So having such a big, like, 4 decades of your living experience in one country and then moving out from that country and coming to this US as a completely new country with, I have no family here, no friends or no colleagues. So I had to really restart everything from zero. So that's what I did. So it was quite challenging. But so the technique what I used is, see, I was in that kind of resistance and anxiety and worries when I moved here. So what I did is very simple and profound technique. It is called accept and surrender. So accept and surrender. So what I did, or what I do is, whenever those fears and anxiety and the worries come in my mind because of the transition, because of the change, because of the resistance, then I just see that all those vicious, you know, lower vibrations creates a vicious circle which goes down. It pulls you down. So your energy is very low. You feel sad. You feel guilty. You feel, very depressed. That is all the lower vibrations. You are in that kind of, worries all the time. So Now, when you accept them, when you accept, so there is a bridge from vicious, you know, uh, lower vibrations, uh, that how do you go from that lower vibrations to the empowering and higher vibrations, which is completely, different than being in that sadness. So here, that uh, like higher vibrations, or you know the feelings are joyful, you are peaceful, you are happy, and you are so bliss, in that bliss, and like real happiness all the time, and then you are really joyful, you are powerful, you are energetic, and all that, so you are in the much higher vibrations, and the whole circle from downward, it goes into the upward spiral, and that will bring you so joyful and powerful and happy, and you are like, suddenly, you are a very elevated, enlightened, person. So there are two steps. So first, or two bridges, we have to cross two bridge. So the first bridge is acceptance. So what I did is, accepted the fact, accepted what is coming to me. So when they said that you have to leave India and go to US and settle down there with your family. So now you see, this is a challenge, but it is a fact. So I just accepted the fact as it is. I said, okay, it is a challenge, but that is came to me in my life. There is a reason for it. Unless there is a reason, it won't come to my life. So when it came to me, I accepted it. I just accepted the fact that yes, I have to move to this new country. The moment I accepted it, there was a shift in my thinking and in my feelings. So my thoughts and feelings changed. And then the second bridge is surrender. So I surrender it to the universe, that whatever happens is good for me. So I accepted it. And now, whatever the challenge which is coming in my life, I'm going to surrender it to universe and asking that universe, you will be handling all those, problems and challenges and whatever the circumstances brings on to me. So you take care of it. So I said, universe, it is up to you now. So I surrender it to universe and ask universe to sort it out, handle it. And I'm not worried, because it has been now, and the ball is not in my court, it is in the universe court. So whatever happens, universe will handle it and find solutions for it. And man, it happened, it took little time, but within like, it took about 2 years to get settled. I found beautiful friends over there. I had a nice, like a family. They are like brothers and sisters. I found so many good friends in Atlanta, where I was, settled down from India to Atlanta in Georgia. And I found many good friends, and then we really enjoyed the whole life, very beautifully, for almost like 18 years over there. So so see, the moment I accepted it without any resistance and all those, guilt and shame and sadness, it changed from that lower, vibrations and lower, feelings, to the acceptance level, and then surrender brought me to the higher vibrations and higher energy. Then I was really, joyful, enjoying life, and made so many good, memories, sweet memories and everything. So it was wonderful. We had a beautiful house there. We built our own house, and we lived there for like very, very nice. And my family from India visited so many times, and we had a wonderful time there. So that is beautiful there. Now, so that is one technique you can use for, you know having, this kind of transition or challenges in your life. So that is accept and surrender. That is technique number one. Now, let me give you the technique number two. So the technique number two is, so let me give you an example, right? Before I start with the technique. So it is so that it would make more sense to you. So I had, again, a challenge in my personal life. So, my wife was not keeping well. She had some health challenges, and I have to like do so much in the house and in the kitchen, preparing some meals and everything because there was no other help. And so it was quite challenging doing business because I have my own business. I was doing my business, then I was also doing, this house, work and house help, and also, helping my wife. So that was quite challenging, and a very tiring sometimes, physically and also mentally. So physical and mental, there was a stress, there was all kind of worries. So I was, dealing with this kind of challenge. But then I said, okay, how can I handle this, because this is a challenge which is in my personal life. And in US you don't have, because I didn't have so many people around and all the time, and everybody is busy. So I said, okay. So what I do, or what I did, is I learned about, being in silence. So you are in meditation. So I have learned meditation. So I go into that quiet room and just sit down quietly for 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and do my meditation, be in silence. Now this silence means what? Silence, what does happen in silence? So silence is the biggest secret in the world. Let me tell you this, again, I repeat. Silence is the biggest secret in the world. This is what my guru, who taught me this meditation, he told me all the time that this is the greatest secret. People do not understand the value, the magic, and the miracle silence brings in your life. It is such a wonderful experience because you are all the time talking, 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 and then you are doing all these activities and actions, and your analytical mind is continuously thinking. And let me tell you, that how many thoughts you get in a day of 24 hours. You get almost, you are like 60 to 70,000 thoughts which come into your mind every day in 24 hours. That is the range, 60 to 70,000. It is too many thoughts. So how do you do this? How do you calm your mind down, calm your thoughts, slow down on your thoughts and slow down in that continuous conscious mind is thinking. And your brain waves, now there are 5 different brain waves. So the first one is beta. So you are in beta mode all the time. When you are thinking, your analytical mind is thinking, you are taking some actions, you are doing some work, physical or mental, you are continuously in high frequency of mind, which is called beta waves. So your waves pattern is beta. Now, when you go in silence, your beta waves goes into alpha, which is a slower frequency. So you are not going like this in beta. You are going much slower in frequency when you are in alpha mode. Then from alpha, you go to delta. Sorry, you go from beta to alpha, alpha to theta. That is even slower frequency of brain waves. And then it is delta, which is kind of a sleep. When you go into sleep, it is delta mind wave, delta brain waves. And then gamma. Gamma is very high frequency, but with awareness. With lot of awareness, you go into gamma waves, which is, when you are really in a deep, nice, meditative state, you are in gamma, but you are at a high frequency because you are in a highly awakened state. You are not in sleep. You are not in, like another brain waves. So these are different 5 brain waves, and that science says that when you are in beta waves, you your mind is continuously, like it is constantly working on thoughts and feelings and all that. But when you are in alpha or theta waves, your mind is calm. It's But that can happen only in silence, when your eyes are closed, when you are not speaking too much. You are completely like shut down your mouth, shut down your eyes. Your ears are also not distracted from the outside noise, because you are in a quiet room and you don't get disturbed with any outside activities. You are not doing any activities, non-doing. The science of non-doing. So science of non-doing is what? That is the real key. Being in silence, being in your own self, doing your self reflection, and just observing your thoughts, observing your feelings and your sensations. You will see tremendous difference. There is a shift in your thoughts, in your feelings, and you really get so peaceful from within yourself that you don't really get worried of outside things, outside situations, outside circumstances, because you cannot change the outside circumstances. Now, for example, my wife, that challenge what we had in my personal life, I I can give some medications, I can go to the doctor, but see, they will give prescriptions. They will give all the prescriptions and medicines and medications, but they cannot heal you. The healing will take place on its own time by the body, and so you got to have patience. And that patience will come from this being in silence, being in meditation, being in your true self. So when you are in your true self, you are connected with the higher source, the superconscious mind, and that superconscious mind will give you so many good insights. You are connected with the higher self, so you get a lot of downloads, and you get so much of a peace and inner peace and joy when you are doing into that, like meditation or silence for certain period of time. And there are different kind of meditations, different kind of techniques. Um, so I do certain types which I've learned over the years, and I always teach and coach people, all my clients and everybody, how to do this practice of meditation, mindfulness, and also being in silence. So this is a beautiful technique, and once you practice this, all those challenges are over. I tell you, I was so peaceful even if there was chaos outside. So you are like the eye of the storm. You have a storm around you, but you are at the eye, at the center of the storm, so that you are not disturbed, you are not agitated, you are not worried. You are so peaceful, joyful, and powerful within yourself. So that can happen with these very simple techniques, and you can, definitely try them and see for yourself. So that is technique number two. And then technique number three, I would say, this is something, I had health challenges, so I was, because of all this, transition from, like, then I, in from Atlanta, Georgia, I stayed there. I mean, we lived in there for about 18 years, and then just a few years ago, we moved from Atlanta to California. So again, a big change from Georgia. It has a completely different culture, different style of living, different weather conditions, different, all these people and everything. Again, now we have to leave that house and move to the another another state. So California is completely, like West Coast. So from East Coast to West Coast. And after so many years in Atlanta, we found so many good friends and made some good connections, business people, everybody. And again, you have to leave them. So massive change, massive change. There was so much of a resistance, so much of a fear, very high anxiety and fears and worries, that what will happen. Again, we have to make new friends, find the house, find, new connections, and people, and it is again challenging. So I tell you that. But with this another it was very stressful. So health, my personal health got affected. So I was like not feeling well. I had issues with my own body and mind, and there were so many fears coming up. So I said, the way that the technique I used to come up with my health challenge is by going into the juice fasting. So when you do juice fasting, what I do is green juice. So I do intermittent fasting up to 12 p.m. and then have a green juice. Now, green juice has a recipe. So this is a very specific recipe where you put all the green leaves in it and then make a juice out of it. So green juice is the best, cleansing. It detoxes your body, and all the toxins, all those, unwanted cells are all, they are flushed out. So this juice fasting, with that intermittent fasting, really helps you detoxing your body and removing all your ailments, all the sickness, everything is gone out. So, you get relief. You get so much of a relief. You get so much of you know, a comfortable feeling, because your body is really out of all the toxins, especially because all the food, that goes into your stomach, and then after the stomach it goes into the small intestine, digests there, and then it goes into the large intestine. So the moment it goes into the large intestine, that is where all the garbage, all the, you know, toxins are clogging the walls of your intestine. So that intestine, it is clogged because of all the garbage, all the toxins which is not cleaned out into your, you know, bowel movement. So they are clogged. So the pipeline is clogged. It is like a pipeline. If the pipeline is clogged because of, say, rust, then it is all corroded. That pipeline will get chalked out, and you cannot pass any kind of liquid or through them, or it will burst. So the same thing happens here, that if your intestine walls are clogged, all the nutrients which is in the food, which has to be absorbed by the bloodstream, and it needs to be going into the, all the vitamins, all the, nutrients, basically all the nutrients, all the vitamins, and all that good elements from the food should go into the bloodstream, so that, that blood gets re-energized, and it will circulate throughout the body, give you the energy, give you all that kind of activity, all kind of, um, vitality, all the nutrients, everything is there. So that will happen. But if it is clogged and it is toxic, then it will stop. So that is what was happening in my body at this particular time. And so I started drinking this, green juice. So that green juice will flush all that, clogging in the intestine, and it will remove all those garbage out, flush them out, so that the walls are getting clearer. Once that walls are clear, then you have all those, ailments are gone. You feel more energetic, you are more vital. Vitality is there, energy is there. You feel very elevated, and very joyful and happy. You are so happy that, you can really dance and jump and, do all sorts of activities. So when I started that green juice, and another thing, it also, when I started the green juice and I see the effect in my body, in my whole, system, and I feel relaxed. So this is really very, very important. And so I started that, and then I'm continually doing it for, all these years now. So it is my routine that every day, around, like, in the, like, midday, I would take that green juice as my first meal, or my first, um, you know, therapy. Eating start, during the day, because I don't eat anything or don't drink any kind of coffee, tea, or any other juice in the morning. But first is green juice. My day starts there. So that's very, very important. And I found it so much drastic change in my body, in my stomach, in my energy, that I keep drinking them. And so, I'm so energetic. I can just walk like 7 miles, 9 miles, 10 miles. I can just go around and, enjoy the nature. I love the nature. I love, doing all these natural activities like hiking, biking, kayaking, and, going into all the mountains, and, doing all this kind of, natural activities in the beauty of the nature. So this is really very, very powerful. And this juice fasting, if you can be on that juice for green juice, and also then you can have another kind of juice, any kind of like watermelon juice or orange juice, or any other like mango juice, anything. But if you make it fresh and have only juice for that like certain days, you will see that all the body, all the toxins in the body will be removed. Your body will be clear from all these kind of ailments. And then at the same time, the body, your all the cells, like the skin, will get also nourished, and it will get rejuvenated. So all the cells in the body will, you will get new cells. So it's like a new life. Your skin will get a new life. So the old skins will go away and the new skin will come. So it will be, you are like, you are like younger looking. You will be, you will be looking, maybe 10 years or 15 years younger than your age. So I have experienced this, and I do it regularly in my life. And it is so wonderful that you really get rejuvenated, all the cells in the body, all the your skins, organs, like all your organs, like maybe lungs, your liver, I mean heart, kidneys, intestine, all these different organs, heart, all the organs are also rejuvenated. So they are re-energized and they get new life. So it is wonderful to practice this, and I have changed my life, and I do not have to really go to the doctors and hospitals and take all these prescriptions and medications. So I'm really blessed. I'm really blessed to this kind of a new juicing system, juice fasting and juicing intermittent fasting. So I'm very blessed with these kind of knowledge and wisdom, and I practice it in my own life. So this is wonderful technique also, which really helps in coming over these kind of issues in life. So three techniques today I shared with you with my life example. So just to give you a brief summary. So technique number one is accept and surrender. So accept and surrender. That is technique number one. Technique number two is just to be in silence, be in meditation. Do that, 20 minutes or so, and see the difference in your life. And the third and the last technique is about detoxifying your body, which is with the green juice and intermittent fasting. So juice fasting is a third technique. So please use them as you feel comfortable and see the change in your life. It is a tremendous change, and you will see that you can handle all these kind of massive changes in your life and see the results. All right. So thank you very much. Again, my name is Yogesh Dhruv. I'm a mindfulness coach. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. And also, you can put your comments if you like something, if you have some questions, so that I can get connected and give you the response. All right. So see you in the next video. Thank you again. Thank you so much.